You stand on the walls of Akkad, the beating heart of the world's first empire. The sun is high, burning through a sky the color of bronze. From here, the city stretches endlessly beneath you. Its avenues alive, its towers proud, its people countless. Below, the markets roar with life. Caravans crawl through the gates like veins feeding a giant. Laden with lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, cedar timber from Lebanon, and copper from the mountains of Oman. The air is thick with incense and ambition.
Welcome to Akkad's Grand Marketplace.
From your vantage point, you see soldiers marching in perfect formation, their bronze weapons flashing like fire under the Mesopotamian sun. The rhythmic clash of shields and the steady drum of sandals on baked earth rise like thunder against the city walls. Each battalion bears the lion emblem of Akkad, Sargon's sigil, etched deep into their breastplates, a mark of power none dare defy.
Enuma Elish, Sumero-Akkadian, Ki B.
Record this decree.
In the temple study chambers, priests move with deliberate precision, their robes brushing the stone floors as they chant in Sumerian. These rooms resemble ancient classrooms or schools filled with wooden desks, clay tablets, and low shelves stacked with records. At the center of the temple, Sargon the Great stands before the altar, his presence commanding yet reverent, radiating authority that fills the room. The priests bow as he surveys the sacred space, linking divine authority with imperial power, where kingship and temple converge in solemn harmony. The empire unfolds in three-dimensional grandeur, cities, rivers, and roads weaving together. Akkad's influence reaches from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean, a vast domain forged by the vision of Sargon the Great. Battalions of soldiers march from city to city, their disciplined formations a visible testament to the empire's power, enforcing order and loyalty wherever they tread, swallowing every city-state that once dared to stand alone. Where once petty Sumerian kings squabbled for rivers and trade routes, now there is unity under one crown, one army, one administration, one unstoppable dream of empire. Inside the city walls, the heart of Akkad pulses with purpose. Horsemen return from distant missions, dusted with the trails of deserts and rivers, their steeds pawing impatiently at the courtyard stones. Some carry messages of diplomacy, others news of conquered lands, their banners fluttering in the breeze. Meetings unfold quickly. Generals confer with envoys, advisors debate strategies, and the rhythm of empire hums even in these small chambers. Officials move with precision, overseeing the city. Clay tablets are gathered, tallies checked, and envoys dispatched. A disciplined system. Outside the temple, the queen and her heirs stand on the steps, overseeing citizens and ceremonies. Their presence links royal authority with divine favor, reinforcing unity and the loyalty of the people. His daughter, Enheduanna, becomes the high priestess of the first known author in human history, her hymns to Inanna blending divine praise with political power. Through her words, even the heavens seem to acknowledge Akkad's supremacy. A new world order is being forged, stamped in clay, sealed with royal insignia, carved forever into stone. As night gives way to day, the city of Akkad seems bathed in divine presence, a reflection of the people's deep religious devotion, as they offer prayers and gestures of loyalty, while priests interpret omens and recite sacred chants. In temple libraries and study chambers, scribes carefully inscribe clay tablets with hymns, prayers, and accounts of the gods' deeds, preserving the city's devotion for future generations. Scholars debate interpretations, copy sacred texts, and ensure the knowledge of Akkad's gods endures. These records guarantee that the empire's authority persists not only through soldiers and officials, but through the written word. Behind the glory, shadows lengthen. For empires are not sustained by conquest alone. They must be fed, watered, and maintained. Grain shipments must travel hundreds of miles to supply garrisons and cities. Irrigation canals, lifelines of civilization, require constant care to resist the encroaching desert. Farmers labor tirelessly along riverbanks, tending fields of barley and wheat, maintaining dikes and channels to ensure the rivers do not flood or dry. Harvest must be measured, stored, and transported with precision, for the empire's strength depends on food as much as on soldiers. And though Akkadian is the official language of rule, many Sumerian-speaking cities simmer with resentment, their old gods and customs smothered beneath Akkad's shadow.
We must be strong.
We cannot stand for this much longer.
I know.
But what can we do? They are everywhere now.
We must do something soon.
Be careful what you say.
We cannot let this continue.
We must find a way.
And though Akkadian is the official
watch
language
us,
of rule,
always.
many Sumerian-speaking cities simmer
must
with
endure.
resentment, their old gods and customs smothered beneath Akkad's shadow. At its zenith, the empire appears eternal, unshakable, immortal. Yet history whispers a cruel truth. The higher one rises, the harder one falls. Then come the omens. First faint, then undeniable. The skies dry, the rivers recede, the soil cracks, crops wither. Hungry fields turn to dust. Clay tablets begin to plead for divine mercy, but the gods remain silent. The very earth that once nourished Akkad begins to betray it.
The gods have turned away. All our work wasted.
There's barely any grain left.
Within the city,
What will we
rebellion
eat?
brews. Voices rise as agitators stir restless crowds. As famine tightens its grip, the borders fracture. From the east, a merciless storm approaches. The Gushans, wild mountain tribes gathering as fierce, unpredictable armies. The city lies empty, silent streets echoing only with the wind. Homes abandoned, granaries hollow. A city that once thrummed with life, now muted.
La napish, ni shushaplu.
Nemekununa.
Inside an abandoned temple, priests move among broken altars and scattered tablets. Their chants faltering, shadows long across cracked stone. Even the gods' houses feel empty, a reflection of the empire's unraveling.
Once they sang of our victories. Every city fell before the king's banner.
You stand before an army thin as
The
ghosts.
treasury's dry.
Their armor,
The
once
gods
bright
have
with
abandoned our
bronze,
silver.
is dulled by rust and
Sargon
dust.
City has turned its back on
Messengers bring only grim news. No harvest, no rain, no hope. From the west, the Amorites rise, building their power amid the empire's ruins, waiting for their moment to claim the fallen crown. Homes are looted, crops burned, and the people begin to question the empire's strength. Within the capital, tension grows. A prince conspires against his father and rival heirs. Ambition breeding betrayal in a dynasty already frayed.
So does Akkad. Ashumannu kullatu. Ilu. Ezu. Shapu uppi upila kuma. Ana shepeti. La pidaku. La shaknu.
Temple libraries and administrative halls overflow with reports, but chaos reigns. Scribes racing, governors shouting, the bureaucracy faltering under pressure. Officials scramble, markets lie empty, once bustling streets now silent. Hunger gnaws at every corner. The soldiers themselves starve, bodies thin, armor dull, eyes vacant, moving more out of duty than strength.
The Empire, it's gone!
Rebels sense opportunity, testing walls, plotting to exploit weakness, while the Empire begins its slow, inevitable decay. Towers crumble. The Empire becomes a shadow of its former self. Columns and monuments collapse under time and sand. A ghostly city, rising and fading in the desert wind. Once proud citizens, soldiers, and kings are reduced to shadows, moving among ruins. Echoes of a civilization that conquered the known world, now swallowed by time. For thousands of years, no one speaks of Sargon. No one remembers Akkad. Only in the 19th century, when archaeologists unearthed fragments of clay inscribed with strange symbols, does the world rediscover the truth. That before Egypt's grandeur and Babylon's fame, there was Akkad, the first to rise and the first to fall. Think about that. A power so vast, so dominant, erased so cleanly that history itself forgot it ever ruled. If it happened once, could it happen again? The Akkadian Empire was not only the beginning of empire, it was also the first warning that no matter how strong, how organized, or how divine a civilization may seem, collapse can come overnight. And when it does, the silence that follows swallows everything. You just watched the Akkadian Empire, part of our Ancient Empires series.